Hey everyone, it's Stacy, your Perfectly Posh consultant, and thank you all for joining me tonight on my launch of Gillyweed's Perfectly Posh shop. Um, so my co-creator in this, Gilly, has disappeared. She was laying on the bed all day long, and then of course as soon as I'm ready to start running this video, she runs off. So I'm hoping she will stop by a little later to say hi to everyone. For those of you who do not know, Gilly is one of my kitty cats, and she is the namesake for my shop. So, I wanted to talk to you all about Perfectly Posh, how I got involved with Perfectly Posh, some of the products that I use, and what I love about them. So let's start with how I got involved. Mary Jackson, one of my coworkers when I was in Arizona, brought in some samples for the people in the department to try out, and I tried out the face wash and one of the body washes, but I actually used it on my face, and I just loved it. I loved the way that it made my face feel. I loved that it was really minty. I loved the smell, and most of all, I loved the fact that after I used it, I didn't break out. Because I have complex skin. I have dry skin, I have oily skin, I have combination skin, I have sensitive skin, I have trouble finding anything that will actually work for me because my skin is weird. Uh, complex. It's complex. So I was really excited when the samples that Mary gave me actually worked. It made my skin just feel really soft. Um, made well, the breakouts went away. So I mean that was huge. So I get really bad breakouts like right around my mouth, and within a couple days they were gone. Like after even the first day, I noticed that they were starting to heal, and then within 2 days, they were healed, and within a week, there was like no breakouts around my mouth, which was fantastic. No breakouts, like my face just felt amazing. I have a lot of problems with like touching my face, which I shouldn't do, but I continue to do it, and I'm still noticing those improvements, even though some of those things that I shouldn't be doing that have become habits, I still continue to do. So the first product that I used was the BFF. It is a face wash. It has sugar-based microbeads in it, so it's very exfoliating on your skin, but it's not like the plastic microbeads that can sometimes be harsh on your skin, and then also are pollutants as well. So it's got good microbeads, and they exfoliate. Gilly's here. She's sniffing at the computer now. So they do some exfoliating, but they're not so harsh that you can't use it every day. So like Chris uses it every single day. When I was using it every day as well. I decided to try something different, so I went for the Complexion Perfection. And this has more of a minty smell to it. Um, yeah, minty smell. It also has some kind of nut. Walnut. It has walnut powder in it, which is the exfoliant, and it has been working really well. I am starting to get a breakout around my nose, so I think I'm going to try the BFF again. Give that a couple weeks and see what happens. I've been using the Complexion Perfection for about a month and a half now, and it's been working really well for me. And I love the smell for this as well. So then after I use my face washes, I use the night and day. So this is the companion to the BFF, but I continue to use it even after I switched to the Complexion Perfection because it's just amazing. It is nice and thick. Let me show you. Oops. Ooh, I'm making a mess. But see, it's nice. Oop, there we are. Oh, there we are. It's nice and thick. It goes on. It goes on really nicely. So it's actually moisturizing. But then one of the concerns that I had when I saw how thick it was I thought I was going to break out immediately. because usually my usually with my moisturizers, they're really runny because anything thick tends to clog my pores. But then they're runny and they don't really moisturize, like not any more than just putting water in your face would moisturize. But this does a really good job of keeping my face moisturized, and it goes in nice and smooth, and soaks into the skin really well, and doesn't like just leave a layer of oil on top of the skin, which I sometimes find with the thicker moisturizers, which is why I end up breaking out if I use them. But this one, definitely not breaking out, and it's doing a lot to like heal some of the scars that I had around my mouth as well. That's one of the things that they say that it will do, is that it will heal scars. They're not all gone, they're not going away altogether. If they do, I'll let you know. But they are definitely being minimized. And the other thing, this has a nice little lavender scent to it, which is really soothing. So using it at night before you go to bed would be really nice. Kind of like, that lavender scent helps you relax and go to sleep. I always use it during the day because that's when I take my showers and wash my face, and then I put on my moisturizer to start up my day with that nice soothing lavender scent, I guess. And then finally, I wanted to talk to you about Crackle Spackle. So this is a face mask. I tend to shy away from face masks because usually what happens is I put it on and my face will turn red. Minimum. My face tends to turn red. Sometimes I would get breakouts, or have other problems with my skin that would last a few days. But I decided, since I've had so much luck with the other Perfectly Posh products, that I would try the Crackle Spackle face mask. And when I opened it up, I was kind of sold right then because it has a spearmint scent to it, which it smells so good. Like, I opened it up and was like, oh, I have to try this. So I just took a little bit out, just a little like dime size, not even dime size amount on my finger, and put it on my face. And I thought I was going to have to like use a lot, but actually that went around my entire face. If any of you saw the pictures that I posted from, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, when I used the Crackle Spackle, that was just one little bit that went like everywhere, which surprised me because that's the other thing when I've used face masks is I tend to have to use a lot. Like a little bit will just like rub into like one side of my face, and then I'll have to get more to rub into the other side. But this was just like a little bit, really did go a long way. And I left it on, and when I took it off, my face just smelled, ugh, my face just felt like really super smooth, like baby smooth, and for a couple days after, it just felt really nice and smooth. I did kind of like a mini facial, so I started with the Complexion Perfection before I put on the Crackle Speckle. And then after I was done with the Crackle Spackle, left it on for, it says to leave it on for I think 10 to 15 minutes. I left it on for longer than that. I was sitting on the couch with Chris, and I think he was watching a sports team play. It was probably the Wildcats. I can't remember exactly though. And then after the game was over, I was like, oh, I got to take this off. So it ended up being more than 15 minutes, and I still didn't have a reaction to it, which was good. And then after I used that, I put on the Night and Day. So I had like a nice little mini facial. It worked really well, made my skin nice and smooth and soft. So I really love the way that the Crackle Spackle makes me feel, and I'm definitely going back to it. Again, no redness in the face, so if I can get a face mask that first of all doesn't make me red, second of all smells really good, and third of all actually works, I'm coming back to it. If I use any of the other face masks, I'll let you know. We'll see what happens. This one's worked, so I'm going to stick with it for a little while, and then if I get really motivated to try some of the others, I will let you know. All right, so Gilly did stop by. She was sniffing the computer. Now she's at the end of the bed. Come here, baby. She's just looking at me. She's not coming over, so I'm sorry that I can't introduce you all to her. Most of you have already met her. But she doesn't seem to want to actually be on camera. She just wants to She's supervising. She's my supervisor. That's what it is. This is her business, and I'm just here to sell products for her, apparently, so that she can have lots of cat food and catnip and whatnot. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed these videos that I was put together. I know that it was kind of a little bit choppy. I was having some technical difficulties there, but I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. And please ask me any questions about the products that I was talking about, the Crackle Spackle and the other face products. And if you have questions about other products, please let me know.